Hi. Wow, somebody's already here. I'm trying out StreamYard. How are you guys doing? Oh, I'm clearly not home. Hi, Nicole. This is so cool. Okay, cool. So I'm streaming to like multiple platforms at once right now. I just wanted to see how this thing would go. By the way, this isn't my house, so I'm kind of in a put together setup right now. Yeah, it's a long time no see. I know YouTube barely sees me. YouTube barely sees me, but I'm trying to do better at that. How are you guys doing tonight? It's so late. Yeah. Yeah, I am on Instagram a lot more. Hi, Be Humble. Hello, my YouTube family. Hello, my Facebook family. How y'all doing? Anari Johnson. Hi. So I wanted to come on. Let me just start off by saying, um, what can I say? I've been teaching on YouTube for like 11 years. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. Hi, Nina girl. How are you? I'm good. Hi, Mark. You like my Black Friday special? Thank you. You love my Rochelle Farrell video? See, I don't even remember I did that. Thank you. Thank you. That's so funny. When people tell me like, yo, I saw your such and such video, I'm like, I did that. That's real. So, fun fact about me, I don't like the way I talk. I don't like my speaking voice. So, once I upload videos to YouTube, once I record the video, I don't even look at it. I just upload it. So, I don't remember what I said or anything in those videos. But then I get all these comments. I'm like, what did I say? So, thank you, Amp. Thank you so much. It is super late here. I just really wanted to check this out again. I'm sorry about my surroundings. I'm at my mom's in a spare room. But yeah, so I wanted to come on here. Of course, we can talk about music, or if you guys have, Nina, you're the same way. Yeah, it's just like, ew, how do people tolerate that sound? Um, I miss your face, Nina. But I was just coming on here. Of course, we can talk about music. You guys can ask me any questions you have about. Oh, somebody said I'm excellent. Thank you, Tony. But I will get to that. But before I get to that, I did want to just quickly say, before some people start hopping off, that I am doing a Black Friday sale, but I'm doing a pre-Black Friday sale. So the Black Friday sale is going to be great, but even greater is what I'm doing is this early bird sale, and it actually ends on Thanksgiving, and that's 50% off of all of my voice lessons, individual lessons, and packages. And you have to put the code in early bird to get that. Black Friday, I'm coming out. I started my own vocal academy. It's called Elisa's Vocal Academy. I'm just building it brick by brick, but I'm coming out with my very first course. It's a 14-week course. Um, and I'm excited about that because it really is a vocal lesson, but it's wrapped up in music theory, ear training, and piano. So you're going to learn all of those things at the same time. Thank you, Amp. What do you think about the R&B versus battles that happened this year? Who do you think should battle next? What do I think about the R&B battles that happened this year? I think they were great. I didn't watch every single battle. Of course, I did watch the Brandy and Monica. I had to watch it a few days later because it was just so awkward to watch. I think they both have great catalogs. I think it's a great celebration of Black music, to be honest. I think that's really what happened. Black music has been honored during this pandemic, and it's been shown once again how viable we are in the marketplace. So, yeah, I love it. I love everything about it. I'm doing well. I'm waiting. So, Mark, you asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I'm just like everybody else, just sitting back waiting for Thanksgiving to happen. I somehow was put in charge of the entire meal. The entire meal, even though I'm around family. Hi, Sean. Sean Mike. Nice to see you on here. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any, will you have like a social media advertisement for your Black Fridays? Oh, thank you, Amp. Yes, I will. I'm not gonna put it out until Thanksgiving, just because I'm doing my early bird special and I don't want people to get confused. So I figured I would just I just kind of threw out, a quick thing about the early bird special today. Hold on. I just put out a thing today with the early bird special, and then I decided I would wait on the Black Friday announcement just because I don't want people to get confused. But yes, yes, the Wrestling Palace. That is a fun fact that most people don't know about me because I guess I'm a loner or something. I'm actually an amazing cook. I'm an amazing cook. So, yeah, my specialties are really like Caribbean food and American food, and I make a great big ziti, which is basically lasagna. But yeah, I'm a great cook. What have I been up to? You know what? This pandemic for the last 6 months has been a lot. I graduated in March. So basically, no, I didn't graduate in March. I graduated in May, but I did my graduate recital in March, and then that was pretty much the last thing we did because then the world shut down, which I can't say I was totally unhappy with because they had me doing a really big lead role that I wasn't really trying to do. So in school, so I was kind of like, oh, thank God. But not to make light of all that's happened during this pandemic. But so I did that, and then like my clientele grew overnight because all of a sudden everybody was home. So I've really been working a lot, teaching a lot of voice lessons. I put in a resume at a bunch of colleges in February, and I got a call back in August from Georgia State University Perimeter College that they hired me, that they wanted to hire me as a voice teacher. So that was amazing, getting my first college teaching job fresh out of college. I put out a new single and I'm working on my EP. And I started a vocal academy, which is debuting on Thursday. So I've been doing a lot. Why do you think people don't put Beyonce's vocal skills on top tier with Whitney and Mariah? Because she's not. She's not. She's great, but she's not. She's not them. There's just a certain ease and beauty that they have in their singing. And it's not that Beyonce doesn't have a beautiful voice. She's not them. I still blast I Need You all the time. I love that song. Oh my God. Thank you. It is a dope song. And I think if you listen to my new one, I'm in Love, you'll feel the same way. It's definitely a fun song, singing around the house, cleaning, driving in the car. I think you'll really like I'm in Love as well. I can sing and I can cook. Yeah, I have a few talents. What is too late to start a singing career? I don't necessarily think starting a singing career is ever too late. I don't know if you're asking if it's too late to get voice lessons, which I don't think that's necessarily too late either. I do, obviously, as you get older, your voice loses luster and, gets more stubborn, Yeah, the new song is really good. Yes, Jasmine Sullivan is on my top vocalist list. Absolutely. Absolutely. How could she not be? She's like one of the best singers in the world, period. Beyonce tends to growl too much for me now. She growls at the simplest phrases. Hi, Tasia Wood. I guess so. You said she growls at the simplest phrases. I guess. Yeah, why not? Oh, so I know how to show things now. Oh my gosh. I feel this is amazing. I'm going to love this. I, a teen going through voice change, and my head register went from D6 to A5. How can I get that back? Anna Ray Johnson. You're a teen and you're going through a voice change. So I don't know if it's about getting it back. I think you have to just kind of make some adjustments. I mean, an A5 as a teenager is still really high, especially considering you may not be singing it with good technique. So don't try to push your voice high until you've learned really good technique. That would be my. Have I heard Jasmine Sullivan's new single? No, but you're like the second person to ask me. Somebody asked me that the day it came out, and I was like, what? So I'm late with everything. So give me until like December 31st. And then by then I will have heard it. Hello, Isaiah. How are you, kind sir? Oh my gosh, I love this posting thing. Wadner, for you to ask me this means you don't know me. Anybody that knows me knows that not only is Whitney a legend, she is, I mean, we call Brandy the vocal Bible, but I feel like she's really the vocal Bible. If there's like a succession of vocalists that are the Bible, I would say Aretha, and then out of Aretha, Whitney was born, and out of Whitney, Brandy was born. You know what I'm saying? Like the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's how it goes for singers. I just made that up, and that's dope. Sorry, hold on. Don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, there we go. Almost 30. I feel like I learned too late. You're almost 30. You said it like you was 67, honey bunch. I know how to sing better now from tutorials and having access to recording spaces. I didn't have a team. I'm like, I didn't as a team. I mean, I'm trying to, sometimes what I try to do is put myself into the shoes of what did I learn late? And I learned piano late. And I hate that I learned it late. Every time I go to the piano, I'm like, if only I would have been doing this when I was 7 by now, this would come easy to me. So I understand that. I think piano is an area that I really want to be good at, but it takes a lot of work for me to be good at because I'm not naturally that dexterous. I don't have that dexterity. So I understand that, but I also know that if I put in the work, which may be more work than the next person has to put in, I can get where I want to be. Whitney is the words. I love it. Aretha is the Bible. No, she really was, especially if you listen to younger Aretha. Her vocals are timeless. You know what I'm saying? She really did inspire several generations of vocalists that came after her. Whitney is the word. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, thank you, hon. This is my first time hearing about you. I need to tell my daughter. Really? Well, hi, Brian. This is your first time hearing about me? I don't even know what that means. You're on my friends list, kind sir. Are you not? Well, anyway, nice to meet you. And I can't wait to meet your daughter. Rochelle Farrell, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, Let Us See, Angela Winbush, my top vocalist picks. Okay, I mean, your playlist is lit. Brandy is the ink. That's so funny. Hey, Nifa. Should a male singer have a male vocal coach? Would it be better? I think bass baritones benefit a lot, especially if they're singing classically. They benefit the most from having a bass baritone teacher. I think though, I had a teacher for 2.5 years who was like a bass baritone, and I was training as a soprano. So no, but I think the more advanced a student gets, I do think it becomes important to work with somebody who intimately understands their voice type. But for the first several years of training, especially if you're just training contemporary music, nah, I don't think that's totally necessary. But yeah, I think in an ideal situation, tenor should be matched up with tenors, soprano should be matched up with sopranos, just because there's an understanding. But if you understand the voice well enough, you should be able to teach all voice types. And like I said, the only time I wouldn't feel comfortable teaching a baritone is if he was like a classical baritone and really advanced. And I would be like, you need somebody else. Tevin is a male Whitney. Oh my gosh, he is. I love him. One more chance with you again, and I will not let it go. Oh, please give me just. Sorry, that's not what he did. Oh, please. Mariah, from a technical standpoint, was never on Whitney's level. She was pushy and had balance issues. Celine Dion has balance issues and nasal issues too. Beyonce and Whitney both had good technique. Okay. I always thought Mariah was great. I just preferred Whitney still. I love you too. What do you think of Kiki Wyatt or Coco? I think they're great. I think they're fantastic. Coco and Soprano Supreme, absolutely. Baby got vocals. Yeah, absolutely. And she just turned 50. I mean, women's voices are really in their prime, in their, 30s and 40s. And I mean, 50s, you shouldn't sound like trash. You really shouldn't. You still watch my old videos. So funny thing, somebody was, whenever people ask me, like, why am I not on YouTube? I honestly tell them, like, I just had this conversation with somebody today. Like, I feel like I said everything that needed to be said. Like, you guys want me to keep making videos just for views, just to say the same thing over and over again? Like, I really feel like I said everything that needed to be said for you to have a great voice, or for you to feel like, okay, now I'm ready for voice lessons. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate you watching my old videos because I feel like they were sound. I feel like I did a good job. Like, if you had Brandy as your student, how would you help her maneuver around her chord closure issue? First of all, I want to see what her ENT is talking about, because but really I would do a lot of the straw exercises, a lot of humming exercises. Those would probably be the main thing, like stuff like that, where you're blowing things like that, or just blowing into a straw. I would do a lot of that, or the oh, thank you so much, Nifa. I have been writing a book for many years. I started writing a book, and it's entitled How to Fall in Love with Your Voice. And I guess I stopped writing it because I wasn't sure what direction this book was going in, because it was talking about vocal technique and the things that, all of the different scenarios that I've taught vocal technique, and the things that I've understood about the voice through vocal technique. But it also turned into something very spiritual, about things that the Lord reveals to me about who He is through me teaching vocal technique. Just relating things like release of tension, or the fact that when we release the root of our tongue, the sound gets more beautiful. And in the same way, when we release whatever we're holding on to, our lives begin to flow more. There becomes a freedom there, and the sound blossoms, and our life blossoms, just like the voice blossoms when we release tension. So, like, I have those things, and I'm just like, oh, how did this become like a book of spiritual insight? And is that okay? I don't know. So I just kind of left it alone. Do you think an older, heavier voice operatic tenor could learn to riff around quickly? An older, heavier voice. That's a lot. I mean, the fact that you said older makes me feel like that's pushing it. Because he's older. I think, but I do think a heavier voiced operatic tenor, which you mean like a dramatic tenor, which is like a Pavarotti type of person. I think that they should already, their voice should already be fast. But I think that if they're older, their voice is naturally going to have some lag time. That's how I feel. I'll think about it. Yeah, you're from the OG YouTube. The YouTubers keep reimagining the same content. Yeah, to make money. Exactly. And that's just not what I want to do. That's just not what I want to do. Like, I just feel like I operate in integrity, and I'm not going to keep making the same videos saying the same thing. I never got on YouTube to make money. Like, I wasn't thinking about it via advertising, and I wasn't thinking about it even in regards to being an online vocal teacher. That was born out of it, but that was like totally accidental, So I never put that much stock. Once I understood that I could build my business through YouTube, I did that. But once I felt like I built a business through YouTube, like I can't become a slave to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? The content is out there. So I'm happy with that. I do want to add more things. Like, I would like to do some more vocal analysis stuff. But I just want it to be right. So that's why I haven't done it yet. And, like, I've just had a lot going on the last 5 years. So, but thank you. I don't really have thoughts on Case's voice. It's like raspy and kind of whiny. I don't know what to make of it, but I like his music. If you did a duet with Jay Nova or Shalea, what song would you sing? That's a good one. What song is there? I don't know. Jade's voice is kind of bright. I feel like my voice would balance better with Shalea. I have no idea. Can't even lie to you. You are my friend. I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. But it would be dope. Is using the jaw as a way to manipulate riffs a bad thing? Y'all, this is what happens when I come on YouTube Live. Like, it's like you guys are like, they're like speed dating. Is using the jaw as a way to manipulate riffs a bad thing? Yeah, it's not a good thing. I mean, using the jaw as a way to do anything, manipulate any note, whether they're fast or slow, is always going to be a sign that you're actually holding tension in your jaw. And the goal is to not do that. What do you think of? Oh, I have no idea who that is. No idea. No idea. You can send that person to me. Probably your best bet is Instagram. You can shoot me her profile or something. Do male voices change in their 20s? That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think men just kind of continue to grow up. I don't know if they're changing. Like, y'all three should be a group. They don't know my name. When you teach lessons virtually, is it hard to gauge what the singer is doing wrong? No, not for me. It's not hard to gauge what they're doing wrong. Sometimes they're holding more tension than I could tell virtually, just because they're just kind of static like this. And when I see them in person, I'm like, oh, your jaw is like pushed a little bit forward, and I can tell, or little things like that. But that's the reason why I just tell them to do a lot of things that release tension, because there might be certain things that I can't just see, but I will hear once it's released if you just do what I tell you to do, kind of a thing. Shalea does remind me of Tamia, and I adore Tamia's voice. If you had the chance to ask Leontine Price one question, I have no idea. It would probably be character something about staying in character. Like her voice is fantastic, and I can just tell she probably just decided to speak the languages that she sings in because she's just so amazing at it. Hi Zeke Street. So I wouldn't even ask her like, how do you do, like, she's such a master class. Like, she makes you feel like you can't sing. But what she's also very good at is like there's this like stone cold gaze that she has, and she really just kind of draws people into her face. I would love to know how she did that. Hi Zeke. You write songs when you're struggling to sing, right? So let me just parenthetically say that I am doing an early bird sale. So it's the early bird to Black Friday where I'm doing 50% off of all of my lessons. You can go to my website and put in the code early bird and you will get 50% off. And it is limited the amount of people that can do it. So we're almost halfway at capacity already. And I just put it out today. So it'll be out for 3 days. So yeah, if you want to get some vocals, now would be the time. I did do 50% off of everything, and I am coming out with a vocal academy on Thursday. So, oh my goodness. And I'm wearing, just wanted y'all to see real quick. I'm wearing one of my shirts, Singer, one who uses their voice to express their heart. And those are going for 20% off with free shipping. So you should check all of that stuff out. So let's see, vocally classify Kelly Price. She's definitely a soprano. She's actually one of the best singers on the planet. Tips on how to navigate your vocal break. I don't know if it's necessarily a tip. It's something you have to train, right? Keeping your soft palate high, relaxing the root of your tongue, and don't try to power through it, but lift and sing lighter through them because you're transitioning from a mix to a head voice or from a chest to a mixed voice. So the lighter you sing as you approach the break, the easier it will be to sing through it. Hello. My voice is not the same from when I was 22. I'm in my late 20s. It changed. I don't drink or smoke. I'm a tenor with a smooth voice. I lost a few octaves over the years. So you're 29. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know everything. I haven't studied the male voice extensively. It is not my experience that a man's voice changes throughout his 20s drastically, because the drastic change happens like 10 years before, when he's 13, 14 years old. But I'm not going to disqualify your experience and tell you that you didn't experience that. So I don't know. Is Keyshia Cole a lost cause? No, she's not. I just don't think she's ever gotten the help she really needs. They are individual lessons. Zeke, they are individual lessons. They are private sessions online. You did an analysis on Christina. What do you think of her voice? I think she used to be a soprano. Now she's just whatever she can get, you know? Do you think the lighter your voice is, the less time you have to warm up? Absolutely. The lighter your voice is, the less time you need to warm up. That's facts. Is there any song you think is harder to sing or what? There's a lot of songs that are harder to sing. That's why you don't hear me singing them. A lot. Most. They're too high. They go loud for too long. And I'd be like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let me see. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to go through and make sure I caught everything. How do you feel your soft palate? There's a couple things, like act like you're breathing in something lovely and you expand your soft palate up, or you act like you're about to yawn. Your soft palate is nice and high. So you're really just training it to stay high. I think that's usually the issue, not getting it high because we do that naturally through certain reflexes. It's the matter of training it to stay high. Oh, I'm sorry. Hmm. YouTube, y'all be gabbing all the questions. Let's see. What's your advice to the singers up and coming nowadays? Should you stand your ground or go for the trend? Because a lot of singing nowadays is kind of chill. I think singers should do what they want. To be honest with you, I think there's an audience for literally everybody out there for every type of singing. I mean, think about it. This guy is going viral singing numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, what the heck? Sing what you want. You know what I'm saying? This industry is so fickle. I feel like you should do music you love because you love it, not because you're hoping that somebody else will love it, not because you want to go viral. Because you just never know what's going to go viral from one day to the next. You literally don't know. So do what you love so that you can stand by it and leave a legacy. That's how I feel. Yeah, and you get so much jaw tension when you're singing fast. Uh, Relax your jaw. I'm sorry. Guys, I've been living a tired life. Relax your jaw. Keep your tongue heavy. Not many Brandies and Monicas nowadays. No. I did a whistle the other day. Does that mean I can do it? Or I don't know what that means. You did a whistle. Does that mean you can do it? I don't really know what that means. I'm sorry. What do musicians or singers mean when they say they like to perform organically? Not a clue. I've never heard that before, babe. Do you think men's. Sorry, your comment wasn't fully completed. I personally think K Michelle can sing, but every time I say that, people say no, she can't, and I haven't heard her live, so I don't know. Yeah, so my website is www.delisa.com. DILEESA.com. I don't even know if there's a link I can put up or something, but pretty sure that's it. Do you think? Hi, Tish. Hold on. Oh my God. Do I think men's voices are more complicated than females? No, not necessarily. Personal life aside, what do you think of R. Kelly as a singer? We don't speak that name around here. Hello, Ruben. I can't bring the emotion that I hear in I Care by Beyonce out. I sound boring. Because you want to do all that. You want to do that. I care. That's what you want to do. But I still care. She's doing a lot. She's being very extra. Like I said, I mean, hold on, I'm sorry. What do you feel on Tamar as an artist? I feel like Tamar is an amazing artist. I think she has such a gorgeous voice. Very gorgeous. I feel like her attitude, her public persona does not give her justice as an artist at all. It doesn't serve her. Should you feel your jaw on lock when you're singing? I don't think so. I think you should, even when you're warming up. You should just continue. What did you mean when you said Rochelle Perot sings with a high soft palate? I don't know what you want me to say. Oh, what did I mean? I meant that she sings with a high soft palate. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's what I meant. She sings with a high soft palate, and you can hear it because it's her sound is always very warm. Oh yeah, I remember. I just want you to know I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't know. I don't know what you mean when you ask me that. What do you mean when you say Rochelle Farrell sings with a high soft palate? That it's just what it sounds like. She lifts her soft palate when she's singing a lot. R. Kelly made some of the best R&B of his era. He, of course, but we don't speak that name around here. Let's see. I like Tamar. She's a great singer. Did you see Adele on SNL? What do you think of her voice currently? No, because I am old and I don't watch TV. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, thank you so much, Tish. Has being vegan enhanced your voice? Absolutely. I'm not vegan right now. I will say that. I was plant based for a while. I kind of come on and off of it, especially once you start traveling, because I'm not home right now. Once you start traveling, it's hard to keep that up because, like, I'm with my mom, and every day it's like, you want some oxtail and rice and peas? You want some curry chicken and rice and peas? You want some patty? You know, so every day it's like I was just gonna have some black beans and salsa, but okay. But I will say that when I am um, sticking to a plant-based diet, absolutely, definitely helps my voice. My whole body just feels really rejuvenated, including my voice, and it's easier to sing. It's easier to warm up. Um, my voice just feels very well oiled, if that makes sense, and so um, it recovers a lot faster, recovers more easily. Because the other thing that's happening when you're doing more plant-based and you exclude a lot of food stuffs is you start drinking a lot more water. So I would just more hydrated in general. So I think there's like whenever I eat healthy, like I just go all the way. And so yeah, it starts as soon as I start singing. My throat gets tighter. I guess I tighten up to speed up the lyrics as well. So full, yeah. So this is what happens, right? Articulation can sometimes get in the way of a relaxed throat. So that's kind of a coordination we have to learn, which is how to articulate well while keeping all of this tension free. Hmm. I feel like Chloe X Halle would be great. Would be artists that you would have. I feel like Chloe and Halle would be helping from the ground up because they sound like they got it down pat. Okay. Let me say you're not old. That's so funny. Hi, Jewel. Jewel. We is not. We is not finna do this. I don't even know. Hi, Mark. You finally caught me. Hey there. Hi, Jewel. Oh my goodness. I'm like 6 minutes late on these comments. I'm trying to comment to everybody. I'm realizing it's taking me a while. Yeah, why not? Just stop it. It's froth. It's froth. That's what your body creates. It creates mucus. I think a lot of singers today, due to the fact of how music is, you might not get to change. You might not get the chance. I'm guessing you're saying to hear the full capacity. A lot of music, but there's more about the producer referring to King Michelle. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what this. You shared it. Thank you, Tish. Yeah, you guys share this video. Why not? Sorry, I'm not used to this, on several platforms. Thank you for watching and everything. Make sure you share this. You guys are asking great questions, and I'm just going by one and answering if that's okay with you. I'll check it out. Yeah, check out my sale, guys. I have a sale. I have a sale. It's early bird, 50% off everything. What do you think if? Okay. Of Jennifer Holiday versus Hudson. That's funny. I don't know. Old school versus new school, but kind of the same. They're like two sides of the same coin. How many lessons should an average person need to see a noticeable change? Everybody is different. I know you guys don't hate to hear this, but it's the truth. Everybody is different. Literally, I have some people that I teach one time and they're like, "You've changed my life." And they never come back. They come back like 3, 4 years later. And I'm like, dang, I really did change your life. And then you have some people you teach for like 3 years and it takes them all that time. I can say for myself, it took me 8 months to notice any real change in my voice. And then after 2 years, I was like, holy smokes, who is this person? So that should give you some. And then some people it's 6 months. Like after 6 months, they're like, you've given me everything I need. I'm straight, you know? Beyonce was extra on Love on. No, she killed Love on Top. She killed that song. Yeah, you guys. You know what they say? Share, share, share. Share this video. Do you think she's the best soprano? She's an amazing soprano. I would never take that from her. When somebody says they want to perform organically, that usually means untrained. And the fastest way to tell people, is that what people mean when they say they want to perform organically? That's so funny. This is how slow it's taking me to get through all these comments. But I want to honor your comments, so I want to respond. Karen, Karen, Shear's voice is changing, and yet she's still hitting some. This is true. This is true. I think they want you to demonstrate what singing with a low soft palate sounds like. Oh, okay, low soft palate is nasal. High soft palate. That's hyponasality. Hyper. Chiaro oscuro, high but not too high. Okay. K Michelle is just pitchy. See, that's what people always tell me. I guess I don't really follow K Michelle enough to be like, oh, she sounded terrible. But she needs more help with being consistent. She lacks technique. Also, she uses auto tune more often. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know all that. Okay. I'm not old. I just don't have cable. And I cut it off a few years ago because I only watch TV once a month. So when people ask, dude, did you watch? No. Mm-mm. I'll watch whatever clip you post on Facebook and Instagram. Can strokes paralyze or weaken the voice dramatically? Absolutely. There's people that need entire like therapy for years after having strokes because of that. Absolutely. I've noticed that most singers nowadays barely sing past the fourth octave. Why should they sing past? Oh, fourth octave. I'm sorry. I mean, there are singers that still go past. There's Kelly Clarkson, Demi Lovato. There's people that sing in the fifth octave for sure. But there is a whole movement of people who just kind of do the chill, but smoke and drink type singing. How do you develop chest voice? Team Cancer. Hey, my family. My mom is British, so basically, my grandparents are Jamaican on both sides. So that's just we're Jamaican people who are English, if that makes sense. So very much Jamaican culture around here, and grew up eating Jamaican food like every day. And Jamaicans love their food, even if they don't cook. They're not gonna go out and go buy some Italian food. We're going out to buy some Jamaican food. You understand? So, you want some curry? You want some brown stew? You want some jerk? You want some patty? Did you have the spinach patty? You want this patty? You want that patty? Every day, every day. So yeah, it's kind of hard being vegan around here. Kim Michelle's a bad performer. I guess I don't watch her. Do my kids have cable? What? What? What kind of question is that? Do my kids have cable? What I also noticed, I was paying what, over $200 a month or something retarded like that, and they were only watching what is it called? I don't remember what it's called now. Whatever Comcast has, where you're watching the pre-recorded videos. Like, they weren't watching actual TV broadcasts. They were watching like the saved videos, and I was like, okay, we might as well just have Hulu or Netflix at this point. So yeah, I was just like, this is a waste of time. Brittany has been a chronic smoker since 2003. Well, there's that. Did I skip your question, sir? Oh no, I skipped your question. What was your question, man of God? Oh my God, I feel like I skipped a whole bunch of questions. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to. If I skipped your question, forgive me. Y'all are having a whole conversation here. Good Lord. Alrighty. Let's go back. Most men are tenors. This is true. This is true as well. I wouldn't say most are tenors. Most are tenors. They're tenors. They're just undeveloped. Most people today build songs that do not require much. Thank you. See, y'all got this. Y'all got this. It's not just the men doing this, but it's also women that. This is true. Most men can sing in the upper fourth after this all technique. I wouldn't say that based on my experience. The 55, if you only want one class, okay, so it was weird. I had to kind of make two different codes. So if you only want one class, put the term early birds. So with an S at the end. So it's early birds if you only want one class. If you want a group of classes, then you just use the word early bird. Hope that helps. I don't know who said it, but baritones are not rare. They're the middle male voice. Baritones are rare. Well, are they rare? No, basses are rare. True baritones, I mean, I'm trying to think. I feel like the tenor section usually has more people than the baritone section, ebony choir. Are you talking professional singers or in the chat? Yeah, that makes a difference, right? Because some people are baritones just because they don't have good technique. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. This is true. I have heard of them. They sound like Beyonce 2.0 and 3.0. I think stylistically, he does too much. She's just screaming, but I feel that emotion from her. Jasmine gives me that. Okay. I agree, mainstream. But in general, most men are baritones. However, tenors dominate the music industry. Okay. I don't listen to that much of Sia. I think she has a great voice, though. But I don't listen to her enough to, like, think about her technique, if that makes sense. I think Mary J. Blige has come a long way, and I would pay to listen to Mary J. Blige. I would pay to go to a concert any day. That's how I feel. That's the truth. Analysis videos. Aww. I'm going to try to bring them back. How many octaves do you think Usher would have? Just curious. I think Usher is definitely a tenor. He probably has like, what, 2.5 to 3 octaves. He's great. No. Okay, so now we're back to crapola. On demand, thank you. I think Ella Fitzgerald gets the praise that she deserves. I do. I would say so. Amongst people who know who she is, yes. But like we were saying, this whole conversation has been this generation doesn't even like have the gauge, the wherewithal to even understand the magic or even want to aspire to that, you know? I've always liked his voice. Does he have good technique? I don't think I ever thought about it that deeply. I think he's great though. I think he's good for what he does. Like good technique compared to what, or good technique for what? Like I think he has good technique for what he does. You know. Thank you. On demand. Yes, all they were watching was on demand. So I was like, why am I paying for cable? What advice do you have for opera singers who are looking for an outlet to sing during these times? I would say to sing. Sing. Get on your, there's so many resources. There's so many opera accompanists who also want to play. And so they're willing to go on these a cappella apps and stuff and upload themselves playing an aria and have you sing to it and, put together. There were so many people. I was lucky enough to be able to do my graduate recital in person because it was like March 5th. And then the following weekend, everything shut down. So there was a lot of like 20 people who did not get to do their recitals and they all had to do it virtually. So I would say just do that. If you want to sing, sing. Yeah. I remember we used to feel like, maybe 8 years ago when it was like, if you didn't have cable, people felt like you were poor. And now it's just like, I ain't got that crap. I'm paying $10 and calling it a day. I just love how how things just kind of change over time. Stigmas change over time. Like used to be a bad thing. People ain't have, I don't want to go over there. They ain't even got no cable. Nobody says that now. It's like now you ain't got no Wi-Fi. How many octaves do you think Usher would have? Oh, I think I said this already. Do you feel that voice lessons over Zoom are as effective as in-person lessons? First of all, I hate Zoom. I think Instagram video actually has probably the best sound with the least lag time, and it's super clear. You can hear everything through there. So I love Instagram video, although I don't use it very often because it's just weird, Facebook video and FaceTime, they're really great video platforms where I can hear the voice very clearly. There's very little lag time, and I'm able to help the person. That is not to say that there would be so much more energy exchanged if I was in person with that person. Absolutely. I could never, because there's a lot more talking that you have to do when you're online versus in person where you're just like, okay, listen, do this, like and you can really guide that person by touching them, by being in tune with them, synchronizing your movements with what they were doing so that they can see and feel in real time. Hi Mayad, how are you, my love? How do you develop your chest voice? I'm not trying to that's a big question. How do you develop your chest voice? Well, your chest voice is, you have to learn how to engage your TA muscles, which are usually the muscles you use when you speak. And you have to learn how to engage them up through a higher register. That's how you learn. Have you ever encountered a voice that was too far gone to rehab? I did have a lady once years ago who had smoked for years and years and years and years and years, and her voice was so rough. Excuse me. I don't think she was beyond rehabbing because she had stopped smoking for like 2 years, but she smoked for like 30 years and her voice was so rough. So we got some stuff done, but the amount of work that would have had to be done, she would have literally had to like do an overhaul for so long to get any of that range back or luster. This is FB Delisa. This is what we do here. I don't even know what that's referring to. Hi, Michael. I'm sorry if I skipped a bunch of comments. Cable is necessary to me. I'm a series person. And if you didn't have a Nintendo console back in the 80s, right? Oh, back in the 90s, right? And if you didn't have a DVD player when that started coming out, oh my gosh, if you didn't have a portable DVD or a portable CD player, if you were still walking around with a cassette Walkman and the CD players was good, Was what was out and popping. Yeah, you was looking for. Just such a shame. Her voice is beautiful just because it is. Oh, this is Effie. This is what we do here. Well, actually, those convos I think were on. I think they were on YouTube. My YouTube followers are very scholarly. It's not a lot of baritones in pop at all. You're a baritone with range. Okay. Is Dimashi's range of technique achievable? His technique, absolutely. His range, I mean, probably not. Most people aren't going to be able to sing like that. Your agility just casually singing is impressive. Thank you. Thank you, darling. JoJo said Jasmine Sullivan is the best singer. Who's JoJo? I mean, she's one of the best singers. I would love to hear him now. I would love to hear how his voice fits with the current climate. I think he was a great singer in his time. I mean, it's been like 20, 25 years. So I want to know how he sings now. Whistle is cool, but I don't think Whistle has ever. You guys are crazy about Whistle Register. I've never been crazy about Whistle Register. I'm like, oh, that's cool, because it's always only a couple notes. You know what I mean? Okay, that's fine. I think I've always been impressed. Yeah, probably if I had to choose, it would be their belting range. But for me, I think it's always just been beauty. Beauty, like how they handle a line, a vocal line. I think that's why, because somebody asked me what's so impressive to me about, because I always say my favorite, I guess, voice growing up was the lady that sang from The Little Mermaid. And I just think it's when you sing a line and make it super beautiful, that's what's impressive to me. When it just sounds effortless. So it's not necessarily belting or anything. It's just when it sounds effortless. And I feel like today's singers with big voices don't take the time to train it like singers used to. I feel Christina Aguilera could have been one of them. I agree. They don't know that. How do you feel watching music shows today? You didn't hear me. I don't watch cable. I don't have cable. And when people, even though they stream online, I would just rather not. So I guess I do cringe. I'm usually bored. I used to really struggle with accepting my voice. I try to sing like Tamar. Stop it already. Stop it. Stop trying to sing like Tamar. You are clearly a boy. And if you didn't have a Nintendo, oh yeah, that's so funny. Yes, I agree. Christina's tone is absolutely beautiful. And you are right. If other singers with an uglier voice did the same thing that she did, you would realize all the imperfections. Absolutely. It would be trash. Do you think Sierra's voice has improved? No. No. If you could coach her, what part of her, everything? Yeah, Zoom is the worst. Zoom is not good for singing. I don't know what you need. So that would be hard for me to just say, like, you want to develop that part of your voice and it sounds whiny. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your voice. I couldn't just tell you that. I think I would have to hear you, which, by the way, I'm doing a 50% off early bird special. Use early bird, and then I would be glad to help you. I heard Leona Lewis on a song around 2016, and she sounded much clearer. Oh, are you trying to tell me because I didn't like her voice a while ago? Okay. Instagram video has great sound. Instagram audio. The real thing is their audio. Instagram audio is so clear. When you send voice notes, I have friends who I've talked to on the phone for years, and I sent them a voice note, and they were like, Delisa, I feel like this is the first time I ever really heard your voice because it was so clear. So for that reason, I do love Instagram audio. Very, very clear audio. It's almost 6 a.m. in London. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. That's what I love. This is what makes me go, wow, that person's amazing. Not necessarily that they're singing super high notes or anything like that, but the smoothness of it. I love that. That's just like, how did they make their voice sound like that? Oh, man. She's not a singer. She's a dancer with a record deal. I am not shady. Y'all don't know what shady is. I was direct. I'm guessing this is my name. I'm guessing that's supposed to be my name, Celicia. Okay. What would you say is the hardest part of the voice to develop for males? I don't know. Well, it depends on what your issue is. I guess I would say head voice for men because like most of your voice is chest, and then you have this transition, and it usually that's a huge break. So I would say that. But that is probably the craziest misspelling of my name. That's insane. Not to be mean, but it seems like many of you are trying too hard to be like your fave. Singing is more about hitting notes. Yes, I appreciate you for this. I don't listen to either one of them. I don't think her voice is developed. I think she sounds exactly the same. Who are you and why are you on my live? This is not the truth. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what that's referring to. No. Leona Lewis. Oh, Leona Lewis. You know who I thought you were talking about? Who is that? Who? Okay. Leona Lewis is the black girl, right? And she's like black, but she looks Indian, almost like Guyanese. And she has like long, kind of curly hair. Is that Leona Lewis? No. Or is Leona Lewis the English girl and she sings like, which one is Leona Lewis? I'm trying to tell you. Oh man, that was one crazy spell check, honey. She hasn't. Why do you think why would I think that she has worked on her voice? If she worked with me, she would be capable of making a beautiful, warm, even toned sound. Have you noticed that the younger siblings in musical families usually have the highest voices? No, no, I have not, and I don't think that's completely coincidence. I would not, I wouldn't put any stock into that at all because I'm the youngest, and I can't put any stock into that. Is the mixed voice important to develop? Yes, absolutely, for everybody, absolutely. Whitney was amazing in part because of her belting register, but that started to go relatively quickly. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Come on and speak facts. I keep hearing this name. I don't even know who that is. I keep telling y'all I'm so out of the loop. I don't know who that is. People have been trying to get me to know who that person is. Now, I'm so caught up on myself. I don't be watching for nobody else. Why am I on your feed? You probably subscribe to my channel. I mean, feel free to unsubscribe so that you will never see me again, kind sir. Ciara is not better than you. This is so funny. Keep bleeding. That's what I thought. Yeah, no, she was never good. I don't know what you guys are talking about. She never had any kind of classical anything. It was that was not good. Slow vibrator. Okay. That's what I thought. Glenna sounds like Whitney until Whitney walks in the room. Speak those things. You still trying. You still trying. You still trying. Think of the word vibrate and then take that E off and put the O. That's how you spell vibrato. I got 48 people online. 50 people online. Oh my gosh, are you guys sharing my video or something? This is so awesome. 50 people online, and it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, I mean, it's like 6 a.m. in London and Africa and France and Rome. 51 people online. So I just wanted to say again, you guys go to my site. I'm doing a 50% off special. And just in case you guys have missed it, oh, hold on. I have these Singer shirts, and they're 20% off with free shipping over $50, and that's internationally as well. Yeah, I never cared for her voice. And it's not that I didn't care. No, I always liked her voice. I never cared for her singing. No, there's one. I'm trying to think of who it is. Is it Leona? Fiona something. That's who I was thinking. No, I don't have an option to choose Instagram as a source of lessons. I do not. But I was just saying, because someone said, do I love Zoom lessons? So I was like, no, actually, Instagram is amazing. I just kind of said that, but I use FaceTime. For most people, I use FaceTime, and I'm also open to using like Facebook video because those are really good as well. I don't really use Instagram because I just think it's weird to have the Instagram app open to do voice lessons. So I'm not, for, change is slow for me. So even though I've noticed that I really like the audio there, I don't typically teach on those platforms. I would say no. People who teach rock would say yes, but then when you hear their voices, it's obvious that it's still a no. Ciara's voice is not that bad. Have you listened to her more recent songs? No. I mean, I've heard what is that? Da-da. I mean, yeah, that's who I thought Leona was. Yeah, I haven't listened to her in a while. Ciara's voice gives me Superette vibes. I get no vibes from her voice at all. I get nothing. You have me screaming. I love your honesty. But sis, what have you learned now that you wished you would have learned earlier in your vocal development? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if I'm learning things or just learning to reapply, learning all the ways that things apply, like things like the high soft palette. So the hardest music for me to sing is classical, right? Especially as you get into the like professional classical songs. So like, oh crap, my soft palette still needs to be high. Or I'm learning now that my resonance is too forward in a lot of ways, and it needs to be a little bit further back or lighter or whatever. And this is just stuff you don't learn until you're like 8-9 years into training. That is like, oh, now that I'm super resonant, now I need to pull back on the resonance in order to sound more professional and polished. And it's like, what the hell? You guys are trying to break my throat in half. But I've enjoyed my journey. I really don't have any regrets as far as my vocal journey. I've had 4 voice teachers, and they were all really excellent, and they all gave me repertoire and everything that I needed at the time. I just wish I would have studied more because I feel like if I would have actually applied myself and studied every day, I would be where I want to be now. But because I didn't study, I just kind of skated through because I had, nice technique. And I did improve every semester, but it's not as much as I would have if I would have studied. I wish I would have learned good study habits. How about that? I wish Brittany would have reached out to you if you listened to Autumn Goodbye. I wish a lot of people would reach out to me. But alas. Ooh, really miss you, baby. I do. I do. Oh Lord. Do I have to? I would think you should get the private one-on-ones. I think you should get. I feel like it's a minimum 12 weeks to feel like you're really getting a feel for what's going on. I think the FaceTime is the best. But I mean, once you make the lesson, then we can go from there. This guy's really asking me this stuff while I'm online. Thanks for doing this. Have an amazing week. Good night, Gio. I don't really have much thoughts about Amy Winehouse. She was good. I don't think I doubt anything about her technique, though. I didn't hear anything that she did that required any kind of level of technique. Pet peeves. My pet peeves are breathing in the middle of a word, breathing more than twice for a phrase. If the words are that you, don't say that you. Oh my gosh, I'm putting H's. So I hate that. Oh my God. I'd be like, start over. Thanks. I have, and I would not agree with that statement. She has and will always be amazing, but she will never be Whitney. Never, 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 never. Aloe vibrator. Wow, wow, wow. Keep it up. All the talent in the world, no clue what to do. But I think being in Beyonce shattered her confidence. I don't know. You read a lot into that. I didn't think that at all. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Okay. I don't know. That's the truth. I think Tank is a really good vocalist for sure. I agree. I agree. Fiona Apple. It was Melanie Fiona. I'm not even trying to play. I don't listen to her. I don't know. I have nothing to contribute with her. I don't listen to her. And when I think of her voice, I don't think she even gives us enough of her voice for me to have to have any level of assessment. Save this live? Really? That's it. Level up, level up, level up, level up. That's so funny. Yeah, that is funny how you're like, I remember when you said, and I was like, what? I don't remember saying that, but I believe you. It sounds like me. Have I ever heard a singer sing something and not understand? Yes, Layla Hathaway. Like, how does she do the three voices? And yes, I know like other people do it and you just press the chords, blah, blah, blah. But it's still like, how? Okay. This is absolutely live. Hi, Derek. It wasn't just Bleeding Love. I watched while she was on the X Factor or whatever show she was on, America's Got Talent, whatever it was, and I was just like, I feel like if you need a lot of work, your job is to practice every day. It's not really your job to show up to voice lessons every day. It's your job to show up to your voice lesson once a week and practice every single day what was taught in the lesson. Yes, the best way to learn is definitely ear training. Riffs and runs is the sprinkles on the icing on the cake. So you don't even need to worry about riffs and runs if you're struggling with pitch. Okay. Hypernasality. I'm caught up to comments from 5 minutes ago now. Why do you think that singers with lighter voices usually play the good guys? Because that's how they cast them. That's how they cast them. That's literally what they want, or else it would be weird. I did. I did. That was 5 minutes ago. Yes, yes. Really miss you, baby. In ways you touch me. I hardly wait till you touch me. I wanted to get your opinion on Jonas Spice. Okay, I'm glad you were impressed. I've never really been impressed. Lil No. Ugh, Lil Mo. She would be an amazing worship leader. She sings everything so hard. She's so hype. I love her. I'm a true singer. That's so funny. I hate it. If you did voice lessons with me, I'd be like, start over. You guys go ahead and share this video. Why not? It's 1 a.m. Who knows? Somebody might be up and be totally bored and might totally enjoy this conversation. Hey, voila. Always save all the lives. I do, but I don't know his voice like off. If I heard it, I wouldn't know it like off the street, if that makes sense. But I do know who he is because he's foreign. What you say about Monica? Don't be that person. What are my expectations for success of my own music? I feel like an expectation. That's a good question. What does success look like for an independent artist? I think success looks like success is very different, right? Like if you can walk into a random city and get 50 to 100 people in the room that paid to listen to you sing, that's success. If 100 people paid $30 to listen to you sing your songs in a coffee house, how is that not success? In a city other than the one you live in, how is that not success? It takes a lot to get that done. You know, the more money you spend, the more money you get back. But if you don't have millions of dollars, if you don't have $1 million to spend on a campaign, then you can't expect to get $5 million back. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's just about loving the music and wanting to leave a legacy. Like I've always just wanted to have a project. So it's just, let me get this project out. Let me make sure it's as high quality as possible so that at any point, anybody can come across it and be like, that was dope, you know, and then feel like, why did we miss that? You know? You're all set for the lessons. God bless you, Zeke. Yay. What did you get, Zeke? What package did you get? Let the people know. And I'll probably see your comment 5 minutes from now. Who want to be songwriters? What do I have for people who want to be songwriters? Are you currently working on a project? Yes, I'm currently working on an EP. You want to be a songwriter, just write, you know? Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. What's one technique a singer can work on at home? All of the above. All of the above. But it's better to do it when you've had a voice teacher kind of zone you in on exactly what to do. Because you'd be like, okay, I'm working on my breathing. Let me breathe in and breathe out. And that might not be what you need. You might need something a lot more specific. Simon hyped her up. He did. He just wanted her to win, period. Because he knew she was marketable. So at that point, he didn't care. It didn't matter what she sounded like. I do a lot of male singers rest the microphone on their bottom lip. I don't know. They're trying to be cool. Don't know who that is. It should. It should. Yes, it should. Why does no one talk about Athena K? Yeah, her voice is amazing. I actually was teaching somebody because I needed a baritone song. So I was teaching Keith Sweat Nobody. Her voice is so beautiful. I want the night for me and you. So come here, baby, and let me do it to you. Don't be afraid. She was amazing. And probably still is. I mean, I think she was probably barely 20 when she did that. Good for you. Lift your soft palate. I feel like they're Beyonce 2.0 and 2.1. She sounds exactly the same. Boom. Thank you. Okay. A pop song? I just did a pop song. Don't be afraid, 'cause I won't cry. I promise to give it to you just the way you like. Any advice for soft-spoken people who have a hard time singing loudly? Get out of yourself. Get out of your feelings. Like, don't be you for a second. Be somebody else. Be your loudmouth friend for a second and like do that. That's what I tell people. I mean, you like her, but I wouldn't agree. I think the main reason I don't like her is because her voice is kind of shaky. Her transitions are shaky. Her runs, her ending runs are always like, it always feels like she's slipping down a hill or something. It always feels jerked. So no, I wouldn't say that her transitions are great, and I wouldn't say that she's super smooth. I wish she were smoother because she does have a very beautiful tone. Able to sing one particular genre of music. You should be able to sing all genres by way of technique. I don't know. Top 5 gospel singers. I mean, it's probably the same as your top 5, right? Yolanda Adams, Donnie McClurkin, Kurt Franklin's not even a singer, but I mean, how can we leave him out? Mary, and Karen Clark. I've never heard you talk about Tasha Cobbs. What do you think of her? I think she has a great voice. That's how I feel about her. I think she has a fantastic voice, actually. I think she plays it beyond safe. I would love to do a duet with Brandy. Can you call her and tell her that she should do a duet with me? That would be awesome. Kevon Edmonds. Kevon Edmonds. I don't know who that is. I feel like I should though. Is he Babyface's brother? Absolutely. I have lessons with people in China and Australia and New Zealand and London. I can definitely have lessons with somebody in California, and I do all the time. Yay. Look at that. He bought the 55-minute voice lesson for half off. It's 50% off for the next 2 days. And I do have limited spots. But my voice lessons are 50% off. I'm basically doing like a sale for the sale for Black Friday. I can't believe it's 1:18 in the morning. I was wondering when my eyes suddenly started to feel like they were burning. Queen Aija, oh, I've heard that person before. I probably have, but I didn't log in who it was. Do I have a marketing plan? I kind of have a marketing plan. Yes and no. Yes and no. When I say yes, like, if you're willing to drop like $5,000 a month, yeah, it's easy to just have a marketing plan and keep going. But if you don't have $5,000 a month, then the marketing plan is just going to be more arduous, right? So the marketing plan is, first of all, just kind of building my social media a bit more, because the more eyes you have on you, the easier it is to sell. But oh my goodness, if I could just sign with somebody to do all of the marketing for me, I totally would. Totally would. But they would have to get me now, because once you get to the point where you have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 followers, I mean, what are they really offering you in exchange for them owning your music? Nothing. At that point, you've done all the hard work. You've done the marketing. So I have no idea who that is. Literally go on my website. And if you want to get packages, put in the word early bird. So that's the promo code. You choose a package, and then when you go on to checkout, you put in the coupon code early bird and you get 50% off. If you just want a single lesson, you choose the lesson and you put in the code early birds. I apologize. I had to make 2 codes. It wouldn't let me just do one. I have to be my own mother to get that voice and passion out, particularly. So you have to channel somebody. You don't have to be you all the time. You improve vocal agility by doing exercises and singing songs that make your voice have to move fast and light. No. Why would singing in your head voice be bad? Okay. You would have to send that to me. Babyface's brother. Yeah. I remember that name. I just didn't know that he was still singing. I love Ledisi. Absolutely love her voice. Being safe isn't bad. I mean, you'll sing for the rest of your life because you're not pushing your voice. Is it what you want? Maybe not. Oh my gosh, I'm caught up. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all of those. The inspiration for my EP. Thanks for asking about my music. Oh my goodness. Love, right? So the last 5 years have been interesting because, as you know, I went from hunter to archer, which some people thought I got married, but I actually got divorced. And I learned that, and through that process, I learned how to walk with the Lord. And through my walk with the Lord, I learned what love really is. And God really set a new standard of love for me, and what love looks like and what it feels like, and what peace looks like and what peace feels like. So he's really setting up for me the precedent for any relationship that would come from a human being. And he brought people around me that bring love and brought peace, in ways that I was just like, who are these people? So, who are these people? They're angels, blah, blah, blah. But no, they were people that knew how to love me with the love of God. And so because of that, I wanted to make music about the love of God in a very personal way. And so that's why I have songs like I'm in Love with You. Next time it's Jesus, you're a love song to me, things like that. Because we don't really, the songs about praise his mighty name and he is great. Those are great songs. But I feel like that personal walk with God and the Holy Spirit, he is powerful, he is mighty, but he also deals with us very sweetly. And so I just wanted my music to deal with the sweetness of the Holy Spirit, how sweet he is to me, and how sweetly he deals with me. So that's the inspiration of the EP. Is Jill Scott a good vocalist? I think she's a good vocalist. I would totally say so. I think I saw that one already. Do you have any songs for the rebels out there who have a hard time fitting in? No, I'm not that creative. I just sing songs that like they have to be born out of my experience, or else I'm not that creative. I'm not like a storyteller. I've never been a good storyteller. I can only tell my story really well. I'm more of a teacher. I think she's improved, but it's kind of hard to tell because all we hear is her recorded stuff. So how would we know? I love it. Absolutely. She gets the job done and then some. Kinda. Yeah. What do I think about his voice? He was good. I don't know. He was good. I mean, when you think of Elvis, you just think of the fact that he literally sold a black sound, right? And was lauded for it. So that's how I feel when you say the name Elvis. How did you go about building your contacts? If I want to write songs, so I just, first of all, what contacts? The only songs I write up on myself. I did write somebody's EP a few years ago, and she came to me as a vocal student who needed a songwriter. And I was like, well, do you mind if I try? And she liked the stuff that I wrote. So that's how that happened. But I feel like my contacts were very organically made, you know what I'm saying? Probably before I was 20, you know what I mean? Like singing in churches all the time and going to different churches and sitting around and going to lunches with people. And, that's how you really build contacts. And when you're in the music industry, you realize that, when you go to certain gigs, you run across the same people and you get introduced to other people. So that's how it is. I don't really know how people go about getting songwriter deals and publishing deals. I don't know that, but I know people who would know that. If you look up Brandon Jay, he would probably know that. His mother, Natasha Garcia, Chad Chambers. If you just like inbox them on Facebook, tell them I sent you. They would probably know how to get those kinds of deals. I don't, but I know them personally. So they'd be like, oh, okay. Do you know who Donnell? Yes, I know who they are because I wasn't old when they came out. I love them. I mean, Donnell Jones does have a nasal voice, but I don't care. I love him. That don't make no sense. What do you think of Etta James? I think Etta James. I don't think people appreciate her enough. I think she's great. Why wouldn't I think she's great? Terrell Ramsey is ridiculous. I don't think they're underrated. I think they were undermarketed, right? Or maybe just didn't have songs that stuck. I think Selena's had a great career. Terrell Ramsey is the one that fell through the cracks, if you ask me, because she was a kid. I feel like what's happened with Jacqueline Carr's career is what coulda, woulda, shoulda happened with Terrell Ramsey. I'm not sure what you're asking. Like to warm up? I mean, yeah, it's usually just lip trills and humming exercises. Etta was a better singer than Aretha. I don't think I listened to Etta to that degree to say yes or no. Oh my gosh, no, I did not like it. Chad Chambers, Brandon J, Brandin. Natasha, her name is Natasha Garcia, but there's an R in there. Natarsha Garcia. She owns an artist development company called AGI, Anointed Gifts International, I think it is. She is fantastic. She gets people on Broadway and all over. She would know stuff like that. Selena Quintanilla. No thoughts at all. Top female vocalist of this generation? Other than Jasmine Sullivan? I don't think I listen to singers of this generation because they're great singers. That being said, I love Layla Ike. She's a Jamaican artist. I love her voice. I love her music. But I don't listen and I think she has a beautiful voice. I think she does well with her voice, but I don't think anybody really compares to the singers of the 90s. I mean, Tamar, but I mean, is she really this generation? I guess so. I mean, she's from the older generation, but she's just not getting her shine, you know? Have I ever met a singer that I had a crush on? No, I'm not that girl. Like, I'm not that girl that hears you sing and then goes, "Oh my God, I like I can't equate those like that." So no, I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. I don't even know what I said. Let's not bring Aguilera into a conversation about Aretha. I guess I'm confused because I don't come from a background of music. I approach from a writing standpoint, therefore, my circle is full of authors. I think he was amazing. I want to hear him now. That's honestly how I feel because he got some songs, honey. The vocal consultation with my package. No, you can just send a video like separately to delisa@gmail.com. If you would like. You can book a consultation, but you definitely don't have to. You can just, it's up to you. You can just send a video of you singing and I'll make sure I look at it before our first lesson and we can kind of discuss what it is that you want to do. We'll just take up a few minutes in your first lesson to set some groundwork. That's how that will work. Who are my inspirations vocally? Terry Osteen. Thank you for asking all these questions. Like, you're the only person that acknowledges my artistry. Everybody else sees me as a vocal teacher, which is fine. But thank you. I don't know who you are, but I love you. Who are my inspirations vocally and musically? Definitely Mary, but I would say Warren Campbell. He's an amazing producer. He produced he produced a lot of great R&B songs like for Shanice and all of that. Definitely Whitney Houston, Layla Hathaway, Anita Baker, Marvin Winans, CeCe Winans. Yeah. I would say Brand, but I already said Whitney. Anybody from the 90s. I love SWV. I love yeah, I just love anything smooth R&B 90s type of stuff. Musically, I love anything by Babyface and anything by Warren Campbell. Generally, those are so Tony Braxton, all of that. I love all of that. Yeah, those are my inspirations. Where do I think I will be in 5 to 10 years? 5 to 10 years, I would like to be back in school getting my doctorate of musical arts so that I can be a full professor somewhere and be a published author and be performing at live jazz fests in Montreal and in New Orleans and all of that stuff. And also just getting some classical roles. So all of it, all of it. Especially in 10 years. Oh my goodness. When my kids are grown, oh, I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. Don't think so. Probably, I will say I probably have, but I didn't notice who it was. Erica, Tweet, Jill, all sing there, so they're bound to sound the same. Those are all pretty distinct voices, but I think I know what you're saying. J-Lo has trained her voice. What you are hearing is the trained version. I think she's amazing. Okay, Ty. Thank you. You'll book the consultation and the package. Make sure you get my early bird special and you guys get these t-shirts. I know I'm wearing pink, so all the guys are like, absolutely not. But it's not just pink. I have it in black. I have it in navy blue. And it's stinger. And I also have caps. So look out for that stuff. And it's very like, the guys really love my caps. If you love the I Need You Chill vibe, you'll really love my new song. And I have a song that was inspired by that D'Angelo, Send It Up, Send It Through, bum, 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 send it right back to you. Oh. So I have a song like that. It's like, this is gospel. Yep. I just thank you, Tay. I appreciate it. I know you have a good voice, people. I know I have a good voice. Yeah, you do. You do have a great voice. I think you should find songs that focus on your strengths, right? We all know what our strengths are. Our strengths are the things that we do really well. From what I know of your voice, you're really good at singing high notes loudly. So find those songs that are really belty and really show that part of your voice. And I think you'll be fine. Oh yeah, Shalea. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, let us see. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, Shanice is probably one of the best singers alive as well. Shanice is amazing. She's been amazing since she was like 11. The girl's fantastic. I mean, this is the trained version. I don't know. I don't know what else I don't know. What else do y'all need? This is it. He said, please save this live. You guys are going to meme me. No, I cannot. And this upsets me. Indeed, I agree. But you asked me who I liked of this generation. I don't think they're of this generation. I think they're the generation I grew up on. They're the reason I love singing. Like Shanice, SWV, Ledisi, I would consider her part of my generation. Like she's out now, but she's part of the generation that I grew up in. Like you can tell by the way she sings, she is not a millennial. Thank you. Send it on. There any parts of your voice that sound like an actual? I think I think it's quite the opposite. I think instruments sound like our voices. I think our voice was the first instrument, and then other instruments were made to mimic our voices. So some people, oh, you sound like a flute. No, a flute sounds like you know, or a trumpet sounds like you, or you know, an oboe or a clarinet. They're all mimicking the human voice. I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be in love eternally. Well, as far as I can see, You will always be the one for me. Oh, yes, you will. And I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And like the river finds the sea, I was lost. Now I'm free. 'Cause I believe in you and me. Thank you. Yeah. I have no idea. I've taken down some videos and it doesn't make any sense because even I go back looking for them and I'm like, I took that down. I be going through some crazy stuff. No, I wouldn't. I don't think I think I made a decision very early on. I never wanted to be that degree of famous. I'm fine with the random person in the mall going, "Oh, you're from YouTube." Like I'm okay with that because half the time I have food on my shirt, my hair's not done. Like anything more would just be pressure. Not gonna happen. If she wanted to, but I don't think she wants to. No, I've heard that name and I can't think of who that is. Thank you. Thank you. Emotions. You got me feeling. You got me feeling emotions deeper than I've ever dreamed of. Oh, oh, you got me feeling emotions higher than the heavens above. No, no, not gonna happen. Thank you. These are like for my earlier thing, not for what I just did. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Tay. I can't wait to work with you. Thank you. No, I have never thought I have never thought of that. Oh my gosh. You guys know what I am in real life? I am a mother of 3 children, a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 7-year-old. I am generally exhausted. So no, I did not think of that. But I guess that makes sense, huh? Requesting songs is a scary thing though. I would definitely need to have it planned because y'all really think that I can just sing anything and I cannot. But feel free to do tips tonight, amen. Thank you. Everything I just did in that song was head voice. You just booked 4 30-minute sessions. Thank you. And I'm so excited. Oh, yay, Tay. Guys, it's 50% off for the next 2 days. I love that song. I cannot whistle. My whistles suck. Thank you, Denise. Even though I try, I can't let go. Something in your eyes captures my soul. And every night I see you win That was nice. Emotions is a good song. Sing any Mercy song that comes to my heart. Sure. Mhm. This is the intro. Oh yeah. I don't know what key this is. Almost made you love me. Almost made you cry. Almost made you happy, baby. Didn't I? Didn't I? Almost had you thinking you would turn around. But everybody knows almost doesn't count. Almost heard you saying you were finally free. What was always missing for you, babe? You find me. But you can't get to heaven half off the ground. Everybody knows almost doesn't count. And I can't keep on. Ooh, I hear a heart that's never really sure. Can't keep on trying if you're looking for more. All that I can give you and what you came here for. I love that song. Gonna find me somebody. Ain't afraid to let go. I do. I do. Wanna know that be that kind of man. You came real close. Okay. Thank you. Perfect Pitch. My favorite Tony Braxton song. Movie. Thank you. I have a few. I have a few favorite Tony Braxton songs. One is, remember that song, "You and My Best Friend"? No, but there was favorite Tony Braxton song that's singable. "I Love Me Some Him" is great. But I heard he sang a lullaby. I heard he sang it from his heart. When I found out, thought I would die. Because the lullaby was mine. I heard he sealed it with a kiss. He gently kissed her cherry lips. I find that so hard to believe. Because his kiss belonged to me. How could an angel break my heart? Why didn't he catch my falling star? I wish I didn't wish so hard. Maybe I wished our love apart. How could an angel break my heart? Oh, oh. Do you know that one? I really don't know Leandria Better Days other than better days are coming. Y'all don't know nothing about how could an angel break my heart. What's the other dope? Not 7 Whole Days, but it's just another sad love song, racking my brain like crazy, babe. When I'm all torn up, be it fast or slow, it doesn't let go, shake me. And it's all because You know what I really loved about that song? Yes. Okay, that's my child. You know what I really loved about that song? The video of How Could an Angel Break My Heart. It was so ethereal, so gorgeous. It actually inspired a video I made of Abide. I can't wait for y'all to see it. You're too young. You need to check it out. Okay, guys, it's almost 2 o'clock and my children have just let me know that they're awake. Yeah, JC Chaz says or whatever. Yeah, he was good. So, guys, this was my first time ever doing this. Yeah, she does. Let's not forget Long Way Home, Rock Me, Roll Me, and maybe, I don't know. Man, not the most what? That sucks. Oh my goodness. The Abide video was so amazing. I'm just not sure when to release it. It's just kind of like, oh, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I'm so inspirational. Thank you. He wants it all breakdown. He wants it all. He said of me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, my children are sing a bit of Abide. Oh, I totally sing a bit of Abide. So I have a song. I didn't write it, but somebody else wrote it, and it's amazing. It's called Abide. Uh, uh, and when I'm going through, just let me hide in you, 'cause I feel so safe, wrapped in your embrace. And when I'm suffering, you are my covering. And even in this storm, I am safe from harm. So I'll just stay right here. I'll just stay right here. Here in your presence. Here. I believe I'll just stay right here. Tony is not underrated. My comfortable belting range? I mean, I can belt technically up to like an F5. I have a video of me belting up to G5. I had no idea why that happened. It's never happened again. But like E flat is about as high as I really want to go. And C sharp is as high as I for real want to go. B4 is like really what I'm trying to do. Oh my goodness, I would love that. But wait till I come up with the real version. I can't wait for y'all to hear the real version. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of, I don't know. It's kind of hard to sing Jasmine because she's back and forth. But anyway, I think I'm going to go. But I think I'll be back tomorrow. Okay? So it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Thank you to the 2 people that I know of anyway that made the announcement that they bought packages or got lessons this evening. I look forward to working with you. Again, I have an early bird special going on. Put in the word early bird and you can get any of my packages 50% off. Once my Black Friday sale starts, it'll be 30%. So that's why I'm telling you. And I'm probably not doing another sale until next year. So if you guys want to get in, now would be the time. Okay? I'm going to get my children to bed. God bless. Bye.